Welcome to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Doveston, and it is wonderful that you are here with me for our weekly I Ching overview for the week commencing the 28th of November 2022. If you have not yet done so, bearing in mind December's around the corner, go and check out November's overview. Connect to the family and the traveling and the wanderer energy that November has asked us to pay attention to. So if you haven't done that, go and check that out. Right, so last week, what happened? We had revolution, hexagram 49, 5 changing lines, getting on the surfboard, letting go of the old, embracing the new. So much intense energy that by the time the week had started, things were coming in, one after the other, coming to bring us stages of our revolution. And also this dispersing energy of hexagram 59, this old stuff coming to the surface to be cleared, to be dispersed, obstacles gently thawing, and this real call for us to put our back into the work, to focus on what's really important in front of us and to just give it everything. So what did you achieve because you were able to do that? That you knew that that was an opportunity, a flow that you could work with at this time. Please do share a comment. It is always fantastic to hear from you. Okay, so this week, this is the end of the repeating stories, right? We don't have a weird repeating energy for this week, but perhaps because we have worked so hard on learning from last month and fellowships, working with others, and this revolution energy and the dispersing, that actually we start this week with a hexagram that makes a huge amount of sense. Hexagram 30, radiance or the clinging. Okay, this hexagram is sunlight. Okay, double light, double fire. Okay, so this energy is all about shining our light brightly, broadly. And because we do that, because we shine the light outwards, okay, we can see things in our peripheral vision we couldn't see before. So this energy of this week will likely bring us some illuminating insights, okay, where we're going to see things broadly, okay, we're going to see things that have been perhaps outside, lying in the shadows. And you know that I often use this example of we're at a campfire, and we're all seated around the campfire, and all we can see is the light that this campfire creates, right? We can't see what's behind us, what's in the shadows in the forest. So the bigger we make this campfire, the light spreads beyond where we are sitting and we have a bigger view. And we tend to think that there's monsters hiding in the shadows, and usually it's actually the gems that are lying just outside of reach. So if you feel like you've been trying to grasp at things, trying to understand things, trying to see things, and feeling a bit muddy and unclear and not sure how this is all going to work and where is this going to and what does this all mean, if you've been grappling with some of those vision issues, right, of not seeing clearly, the clarity can surely be yours if you are willing to open yourselves up. Okay. Now, with this hexagram on this week, we have 2 changing lines in the 3rd and the 4th positions. So let's unpack these changing lines. Right, in the 3rd position, this is a very interesting line where the symbol created for it is a whole lot of people who have the opportunity, the sun's going down, and they're sitting around that fire and they've got their drums, doom, 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 and they have the opportunity as the sun goes down, as something comes to a close, to celebrate it and to shout and to sing and to make lots of noise and to create a wonderful hurrah. Okay, but those same people could also choose to see, oh, the sun is going down, the end is near, this is so sad, my heart feels so sad, everything's coming to an end, what's the point? Okay, those are 2 paths, and I'm sure you know which path I'm suggesting, okay, is the highest and best path. Yes, the hurrahs. Okay, so when I read up on this line, what popped into my mind is the inevitable challenge that if we are blessed enough, we all face as we age. One of the big challenges as we age is that our world gets smaller and smaller. Okay, we go in on ourselves, okay? You, I'm sure, have someone in your family who's aged, who's gone in, right? The world's got smaller and smaller and smaller. The issues have become smaller and smaller and smaller. The awareness of the world and how the world works goes in. And so there's almost like a suction of energy in, right? The world's getting smaller. And the sadness increases as the world gets smaller. They're in the minority, but you also, I'm sure, have met someone who goes, wow, hurrah, as they get older, okay? They do things, they're active, they have hobbies, they have friends, they're interested in the world, what the youth are doing, okay? But that's a small group. Most of us will struggle with this depressive sadness of the world coming to an end because we have this appreciation that our time is getting less and less. Now, what we could do is we could beat the drums at sunset and get excited about celebrating every moment because you just don't know how many moments you have left. So celebrate the moment, grow, push your boundaries, push yourself to the edge of growth, right? And go beyond it, right? But you could also choose to lament and be sad at the number of days that are left. That is your choice. So what this line is bringing to us is there's something in our world, something in our lives, in our businesses, where perhaps something is winding down. Okay, some process, perhaps it's a client or a project or a relationship or a phase of life or an employment. You know, you're going into self-employment or you're leaving permanent employment, whatever the case may be, there's a sunset. But the sun sets and will come up the next day. Okay, assuming our planet is still in the universe, the next day the sun will come up. Okay, we will start again. We will start anew. We will have a new opportunity to enter into a new cycle. But our choice is then, do we hurrah or do we wail? That's the choice we face this week. So I want to be the old lady banging a drum as the sun sets and giving life everything and just giving it a massive hurrah, because why not? Every day is precious. We do not have time to just sit in a chair and wither away. It's precious time lost. We have to get up and live. Okay, but you choose. And then in the fourth position, the fourth line, we have a symbol of change in a changing line that is a picture of you seeing a meteor enter the Earth's atmosphere and it's okay, it fizzles out very quickly. It's like, oh, bright, dead. Okay, so there's something around this week where we have the opportunity to see something from two perspectives. And I'm going to give you both because they relate to different texts and you can work with which one makes sense for you. The one is something is burning brightly, but it fizzles out. It's something that is on a quick exit, burning out in the atmosphere and exiting our vision. Okay, it's leaving. Okay. And so it's calling us to just see it, you know, go past and fizzle and say, okay, goodbye. That was fun. I had clarity. I saw you. It fizzled and it went out. I mean, maybe this is even for you a relationship where it's kind of like an opportunity presents itself, but it fizzles out really quickly. So something fizzles very quickly and we just accept it. We work with it. The other way of seeing this is there something in the way that we manage our energy where we burn hot and fast and then we fizzle quickly? Okay, so we might be the meteor as opposed to being something in our universe, in our atmosphere that's presenting as a meteor fizzing out. If we are the meteor, what we have to learn how to do is burn consistently and from a source that is unending, right? The sun in its fission, fusion, whatever it's doing, okay, it is burning and burning and burning. It's not burning of fossil fuels to make the sun. It has a cycle, a loop where it's self-fulfilling. And so we want to be like the sun where we have this energy that we can perpetuate and we can continue. We don't go burn, fizz, okay? And if we don't have good structure and routines and lifestyles where we perpetuate building of energy, then we're going to have meteor issues. I have a particular view, and you're welcome to disagree with me. It's my personal view, so I can have it, is that if we are living our lives properly, if we have control over our working lives and we are living our lives in flow and in harmony, when it comes to our leave in December. If you get leave, right? So 15, 20 days, whatever, if you decide to take it once a year or you have to take it once a year. There are many people I know who literally get to the 15th of December by crawling across the finish line like they've run 2 full marathons, right? And they can barely get themselves over the line. Okay, that is not the highest, the best. If we are living a whole year just to get to the holiday, okay, something's not working. What we need to be is have energy and stamina that we burn consistently, brightly, and we can whistle while we work, and we can cross the finish line and we are not smashed. Okay, so when we get to our holiday this year, once you get to your holiday, think about these words. If you are taking a year-end break or any break, think about my words. Do we get to the finish line full of energy, or do we get to the finish line, to the holiday, smashed? Okay, because all that lands up happening is our whole leave break. We are recuperating. And then no sooner we recuperated a little, we're back into it and we haven't learned how to manage our energy. So I'll leave that with you to contemplate. Okay, our second hexagram for this week is hexagram 27, nourishment. This is a beautiful hexagram of being able to take in beautiful nourishment. This could literally mean finance for you, things that nourish you and look after you and put food on your plate and pay your rent or your mortgage, things that nourish you, right? Always could be things that nourish your soul, nourish your emotions, nourish your mind. Okay, what are we nourishing our lives with? What are we putting in? What is going into the mouth symbolically? What are we watching? What are we reading? What are we talking about when we spend time with friends? Are we spending time with friends? What fills you up? Okay, and we can't fill ourselves up with other people's stuff. Okay, we have to fill ourselves up with the things that bring us joy. So nourishment is a chance to connect to what's meaningful, what fills us up, to feel nourished, to feel supported, and of course then to nourish others. What goes in the mouth, okay, and what comes out the mouth. How do we use our words, our life, our example to bring nourishment to the people around us? Okay, so an interesting week, an interesting few changing lines. Really looking forward to seeing how this plays out for us all, and trust that as we come to the end of November and we dip into December, that we finish the month well with a strong connection to family and of course nourishment this week, also wrapping that up, closing the loop on November. December's around the corner, and that means I better get preparing an annual overview for 2023. Wow. Okay, so remember also, if you haven't yet watched or haven't in a while, go back and check out the 2022 overview. Abundance, do you remember? It was asking us to pay attention to abundance. Okay. Thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you soon on the socials, and I wish you a wonderful week. Thank you so much for being here with me.